welcome. My name is Rachel. I'm a homeschool mom of 4 boys, and today I'm going to do a meal prep video and hopefully just encourage you to take this extra step to help in your everyday scheduling. I personally know that homeschooling can be busy, and this is why I feel like meal prep can be so helpful, because by the time you're done with school with the kids, deciding on what to cook for dinner is not the thing you want to be doing. So just planning and doing some meal prep is so helpful. Now, am I perfect at that? No, but I try to take the opportunity to do it. Either that or maybe double up on a meal. I am blessed where my family is not too picky about leftovers or maybe making 2 meals and freezing one. With gluten-free, I have discovered that it is better just to sort of prep food for the week and then put it together later, or prep and freeze some things and put the meals together later, because when I actually put the meals in a pan and then try to pull it out of the freezer, I don't know, for me it hasn't worked out well. But meal prepping, just getting some things cooked ahead, like I'm gonna cook all my ground beef up and do a breakfast, and not all of this is going to last all week, but it will be a help. So let me turn the camera around and just share with you what I am doing to meal prep this week. I would love to hear from you if this is something you do or something that you want to know more about. I am thinking about doing what we have for dinner like in a week, like every night. I haven't decided yet, but if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I do videos on homeschooling through our journey, and I have a 5th grader and a high schooler that I am homeschooling this coming school year. 2 of my boys have graduated, and I also enjoy doing videos on food, gluten-free family. One of my boys has celiac, and that was 10 years ago, and over the years we are all gluten-free except my oldest. So all right, let me turn the camera around and share with you what I'm doing this afternoon.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is make deviled eggs, or what a friend of mine calls angel eggs. And making boiled eggs in the Instant Pot is so easy. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. You usually use about a cup and a half of water for 12 to 15 eggs. The least amount of eggs does work better, usually around 5 minutes, and then let it naturally release 5 to 7 minutes. And be sure not to let it sit too long, because they will get bad. Here I overdid the eggs. I should not do so many. I think I did about 15. And then the peeling comes off so easy, and I'm just slicing them and getting the yellow in a bowl to mix up and add all of my seasoning, which is salt, garlic, onion powder, pepper, and of course some mayo. Get that all stirred up, and so I can put it in the eggs. I have these containers that I am able to put the eggs in, and this will be a great snack or breakfast food. There is only a couple people in my family that aren't that crazy about eggs made this way, but they will all be eaten, do not worry. So I do add a drop of mustard in there. Sometimes I add a little bit more. They were very good this time, so I'm bad about actually following a recipe. Okay, well, you can do these really nice and fancy, or what I used to use is a baby spoon to load the yellow into the eggs, but I just used a teaspoon measuring spoon, and that worked great, and I was able to get that done pretty quickly and in the refrigerator. Okay, next I had some bacon. I really just wanted to get cooked up because the date was going to be expiring soon. I actually bought all that bacon at the discount store at a really good price. Also had some ground beef that I had just purchased for something else and didn't need it. So I am going to cook all that up and use it for some different recipes. So just getting that all settled. Already have the bacon in the oven. When I ground up beef, cook it on the stovetop. I always add the same seasonings no matter what recipe I'm going to make, whether it be spaghetti or like a shepherd's pie. It is usually salt and onion powder or onion salt, and then garlic salt and garlic powder. I will always use those just to really give the meat a seasoning. Okay, next I am looking at this recipe from Trim Healthy Mama. I actually am going to make the wraps so I can make the enchilada dinner later this week. Just checking the recipe, looking to see what I need. The meat is cooking. Okay, making those wraps is a little bit time consuming. I need egg whites, and it really is easier to use a box of egg whites, but I did not have that. And I was determined this is what I wanted to make to have later this week. I haven't had it in a while. But I enjoyed the time. I was able to talk to my oldest son for a little bit. He was standing there talking to me while I worked on this. Okay, it's quiet on the front right now. The bacon is done. This was the turkey bacon. This is the regular bacon. The meat is done. Probably going to make chili and something else tonight for dinner. And then here is the mix that I'm going to use for the Trim Healthy Mama wraps. And I am getting ready to do that. Okay, here is the wraps. You just cook them on the griddle. They have to be very thin. It explains it in the book how to do it. After the first or second time, I pretty much had it down. And getting that all done, and then I'll just wrap them up and put them in the fridge for later this week. It'll be nice that that is already done. All I have to do is put the meat together for them. Okay, I just wanted to show you what these look and feel like. I mean, it's not obviously going to be like a regular wrap, and they're all different sizes. The first ones I put on there were actually sort of thick. That's why you really need to spread them down. But actually, the thick ones would be perfect, like if you wanted to put some meat and stuff in them. Wanted to show you that. I'm going to actually pack them in a Ziploc bag so I can make the dinner later in the week. So this is just my prep. Okay, some of the things going in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to use some of that meat to make chili tonight, and also another dinner, which I will show you in a minute. But I wanted to share with you, I'm going to put the chili in the Instant Pot. Meat's already cooked, so I only have to do it about 5 or 6 minutes. But I am going to saute some garlic and onion first in there, and I'll share that with you. But I also wanted to mention this garlic I minced and put in a mini muffin pan, and then it just popped them out. I put the muffin pan in the freezer and then popped them out. Put them in the freezer bag so I can easily just pull out some minced garlic. This is a little bit much, so I'll probably like just pull this apart a little bit, but it's nice that it's already done for me. So I'm gonna get that started and get everything in the Instant Pot and start the chili for dinner tonight. Okay, I have stirred in the meat, and I'm going to set the timer for 7 minutes because the meat is already cooked. It just needs to warm up the vegetables. Also making some macaroni boxes I bought for something else, but I'm just going to use it up tonight and add some meat, and we will have some dinner. Also cutting up some cheese that we can use throughout the week. Okay, I got a couple more things to go in the fridge, and I'm thinking I would like to get at least one breakfast. Sorry, I got 1 minute left on that and it's noisy. This is a box I found, and I think it's getting close to expiration or expired, and so I thought I'm just going to get this cooked up tonight. Looked like easy directions. I usually make a high protein pancake with eggs, cottage cheese, and oats, but I think I'm going to try this tonight and get it made. It'd be a special treat for the boys this coming week.
Okay, I am making a big mess. I got my 4 eggs. I measured it out and it's 4 cups of flour, 4 cups of the mix. So I'm just gonna cook it all up and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna do it in a pan and not sit here and do individual pancakes. So I'm gonna get this all put together. I've got the butter ready to go in there. It actually wants a cup of water. No, how much? Wants a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water. But I think I'm gonna do some milk in there and see how that tastes. All right, let's get this done.
Okay, I'm getting this all mixed up, adding the butter. I already had the eggs in there. I'm doing half of the milk and half water because it did call for water, but I'm going to do half milk. Getting that all mixed up and spread out on those sheet pans. Oh, that makes making pancakes so easy and helpful. And get them all cut up and put in Ziploc bags. I'll put one in the freezer and one for breakfast, which will last maybe a couple days, maybe 3 days.
Okay, the chili is done and it smells and looks delicious. The macaroni and meat. I just cooked up that macaroni and added a little bit of meat and I'll put the rest in the fridge. Okay, a lot of meal prep today. Maybe you can't do all this at one time. I know things can be busy and finding just an evening for maybe an hour or two. I have done that before, but it ended up being so helpful just cooking up the meat and cutting vegetables. Just small little steps that would help prep for you during the week. That would be one less step for later. So I wanted to share that with you. Been cleaning up as I go, which is helpful, but I have a few more things I want to clean up and then we'll be able to have dinner tonight. So I appreciate you all watching and I hope you all have a wonderful week.